Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a beer from Dogfish Head. This is Punkin Ale. Jeez, that's hard to say. Punkin Ale, brown ale with pumpkin, 7%, brewed with real pumpkin, brown sugar, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon. Right. So, despite being a brown ale, not that brown. Beer comes in a deep gold. This is light amber color, light to medium amber color. So really more of an amber color. I guess like some of the British brown ales can look like this, but brown ale generally like is going to be way darker than this. So pretty pale, light tan head on the nose. Yeah, a little bit of light toasty malt character, but like really not that much malt character for a quote unquote brown ale, right? Instead, it's relying on this kind of just pumpkin beer flavor. Sort of has this kind of like the malt flavor for me. Almost reminds me of like challah, egg bread, French toast, light toasty character. And then, obviously, that kind of just generic kind of like cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, autumnal pumpkin beer thing. Almost a little bit of like light fruitiness too. I get like so pumpkin really. I mean, if you guys have eaten pumpkin before, pumpkin is actually very bland of a ingredient. For beer, it really is more of a additive for like fermentables. Not really too much flavor, but suspect you can also get a little bit of fruitiness off of it too, because that kind of like gourd kind of flavor can offer this kind of like stewed apple, stewed melon, stewed gourd kind of like flavor. Cheers. Not bad. This was canned. It's a Julian date. This is canned probably the end of July, so this is about like 3-ish, right under 3 months old. At least time of me reviewing it. The noticeable thing I will say is that 7%, definitely a little bit more oomph than some of your really bland generic kind of pumpkin beers. Not to like shout out to anyone specific, but I think one of the most popular ones would be like the Shipyard one. It's like very blandish, kind of 5% kind of beer. So it's definitely imperialized, a little bit bigger, 7%. Not a very big beer, just like nose. Not a lot of malt presence, but a little bit of it. A little bit is kind of like what do I get? Sort of like whole wheat, kind of bready character. And then there's a noticeable kind of like astringency. I don't know what that is, but I don't know if it's the spices or the pumpkin. Oh, yeah. And then in the middle, there's a really nice kind of like, yeah, maybe it's a brown sugar. A really nice flavor that I'm very much enjoying. Almost kind of cookie. Wow, what was that like? What am I thinking? Like carrot cake or kind of like brown sugar sprinkled cookie thing. So like think of a cookie, but I don't know, I don't eat cookies, but whatever cookie is like sort of in that brownish color, not a chocolate cookie, but not a like a pale white cookie either. Somewhere around that brownish flavor with some brown sugar in there. So a carrot cake honestly is a very good analogy because like it has this kind of like sugary thing, also that kind of like carrot cake kind of like fruitiness and vegetable character, or the vegetable character I guess, and sort of the pumpkin matches that. And then on the back end has a little bit of like lingering spice complexity, which is quite nice. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I feel like the last time I reviewed this, I really didn't like it. I thought it was pretty mediocre. This is not bad. Yeah, so it's fine. For me, you just got to get to like 8, 9. In my opinion, I think you like the best one out there, and I haven't had in years, is Good Gourd from Cigar City. Really, what you do is you get to like 8%, make a nice bold imperial brown ale that actually is like deep amber to like brown color, and that's when you get this kind of boosted malt character because you really need a big bowl. Like who eats pumpkin pie thinks that it's like a diet food, right? If I had to rate like the decadence of a pumpkin pie, like celery, like straight plain celery would be like a 1. Pumpkin pie would be like 7, 8, I don't know, whatever. So like when you make a beer like this, that I would rate like 5, 6 in intensity, you're not right, or maybe 4 even, 4 to 6 in intensity. Let's go somewhere there. You're not really getting to that 7 or 8, right? The base beer really needs to like match that kind of like graham cracker crust and the all that sugar and richness that you add to the filling. If you've never made pumpkin pie before, you buy this pumpkin puree and you just add sugar. It's just like an ungodly amount because pumpkin puree tastes like it's gross, right? And so like again, I made this round before, but if you're gonna make a beer, you got to make it big. 7% is still pretty good. Yeah, this tastes way better than probably a lot of the other brands out there. So I'm going to give it credit. I'm sort of liking it this year. That gets like a B-ish range. I actually sort of like it. 86 Punkin Ale. That's a good rating. I'll get another point. 87 Punkin Ale. It's actually not bad, even though I like talk smack about it. So, not the biggest fan of the stuff, but out there right now, I don't know if I can find one better on the shelf right now. You guys post in the comments below. Obviously, my market's pretty limited on pumpkin beer. So until next time, cheers, later.